Why do you see so much corporate rainbow crap on the month of June, especially now when businesses are figuring out that it's bad for business? Bud Light, Target, losing billions and billions of dollars. Why are they still doing it? Because there are three financial giants out there that control the gigantic portion of the private corporate world. Well, I shouldn't say private corporate world, of the publicly traded corporate world, actually. Blackrock, State Street, Vanguard. Remember, these names are the names your neighbor Normie Norm needs to know. Blackrock, State Street, Vanguard. Blackrock, State Street, Vanguard. Blackrock, State Street, Vanguard. Over and over and over and over and over again. Beat this into the head of Normie Norm. All that ESG, all that endless corporate filth you see everywhere. Oh, your son needs to be a tranny. Oh, white people suck. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Wow, oil's really terrible. Let's destroy the planet. All of that comes back to this little cartel. Blackrock, State Street, Vanguard. They control $20 trillion. Your corporate board, that company, oh, Bud Light. How does Bud Light end up with the vice president who thinks people want a tranny on the beer cans? Because BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, they will replace corporate board members with other communists like them. Now, I'm about to play you the audio. Last week, we played you the short version of this. This is BlackRock. BlackRock's CEO, his name is Larry Fink. I played you the bit last week about him forcing behaviors. We need to force behaviors. What kind of behaviors are you going to enforce, Larry? Well, Larry, take it away.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. Okay,
we're doing the same thing.
And so it's just you have to force behaviors, and if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted, and that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities. And
sound like good change to you? Do you want to know why you got passed up for that promotion? It went to the lesbian who works next to you? That's because your company has quotas. And sorry, Whitey, go to the back of the line. Remember the Joe Biden administration, the second they took over, they told white-owned business owners if they wanted PPP loans, they were last in line? Do you have any idea how many emails I get from people in the military who've been told they're too white to be promoted? I'm going to play you the thing. I'm going to play it again in full because I want you to listen. And I want you to pay attention very closely to the people running the West.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year. What we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted, okay?
We're doing the same thing.
And so it's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately...
Sorry, Mr. CEO. You thought you were going to get that big fat bonus this year because you had profit? You did profit? You hired 10 white men and only 6 white women this year. Those numbers don't pencil out. No bonus for you. Now that is the cartel we're up against.
For too long, we've been led to believe that communism is a thing of the past. But the truth is, communism is alive. It's here, and it's infiltrating every aspect of American life. Introducing the Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly, the practical guide for patriots ready to defend our nation from its most dangerous enemy. Discover the shocking extent of communist infiltration in our education system, their alliance with American corporations, and the twisted truth behind environmentalism. This eye-opening book exposes the true face of communism and empowers you to fight back. Join the fight for freedom. Pre-order your copy of the Anti-Communist Manifesto today by going to jessekellybook.com.